Well, you've heard about concerns of the coronavirus on cruise ships and inside nursing homes, hotspots that can affect the rest of the population and our ability really to keep the virus under control. But medical and criminal justice experts warn that prisons and jails need to be addressed too. Here's investigative reporter Angie Rucono. She's been tracking the beginning of this outbreak.
A Johnson County offender questions the planning and preparation inside the Kansas Department of Corrections. I spoke to him by phone this morning. He's inside the Wichita Work Release Facility.
It's really, emotionally it's taking a toll. All of us are anxious, we're stressed, and apparently we're catching coronavirus now. So
Matthew recently learned a fellow offender tested positive for the coronavirus. The Kansas Department of Corrections moved the infected man's entire dorm unit to Lansing Correctional overnight so they can medically quarantine. There's a newly constructed building on the property. Last week, Lansing had a prison riot. Matthew and others lived in a different dorm unit, so they are still quarantined inside. He clearly questions the strategy.
Definitely. We're quarantined together, though.
Offenders used to leave this facility daily. They'd head to work, church, or go shopping, and then they'd come back. There was briefly a hand washing station outside.
And then the handle broke off, the pipes froze overnight, the soap dispenser ran out of soap and was not replaced for about 5 or 6 days. After it was broken and non-functioning, they would just let inmates walk in without washing their hands.
An attorney not connected to Matthew shared pictures with KCTV5. It's clear social distancing doesn't happen for meals. Another picture shows common serving spoons. The point is, there are CDC guidelines, and then there's KDOC reality.
And it's shocking to me that you can look at a work release facility right now where someone has an out date of this week or next week, and we didn't let them go home.
Attorney Tricia Bushnell says there is clear advice for medical professionals.
So what's the option? To let people go home. And there are broad categories of individuals that do not present any risk to be released.
Matthew was convicted on marijuana charges. He's almost done with his sentence.
We've just been kind of swept under the rug. We're watching all this taking place on the news and kind of felt like we were just left here to rot during this whole situation.
Advocates point to Rikers Island and warn something like that could happen here if you don't take the coronavirus seriously. 700 people have tested positive for the virus, and that includes 400 staff members. Angie Rucono, KCTV5 News.